What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode, Voice Visions. I am Voice of G. I'm here with my fellow Peace of Mind conglomerates, my boy d.tech to my right, my boy xcal to my left. And we've been wanting to do this for such a long time. We finally got everything set up. I got my camera here. I got my little Focusrite mixer. Got the microphone. And today we're just gonna introduce ourselves to you guys, and we're gonna talk about Off the Dome. We're gonna talk about City of Angels, how we all came together. I've been doing music like for 7 years now. It's insane. I've always been writing since I was a little kid, but I didn't get really into like recording music till like 2013 around there, and it was weird because something had to happen. It was like the catalyst in my life. My grandmother had passed away. I was going through a lot that year. And one day I said, F it, I'm just gonna start writing this music, just trying to really just put it out there more. And I started recording. I started trying to find my own hip hop style. I listened to a lot of Wu-Tang and everything, a lot of Kendrick, J. Cole, you name it, lyrical, conscious stuff. And yeah, man, here I am, and I'm just lucky to be with these two guys making this music, making this content. So I don't know, d.tech, if you want to get started, say a little something, how you got started and all that.
All right. So first of all, thanks for the introduction. You know, I go by d.tech. I've been making music for a pretty long time right now. I would say since I was a child, around 8 years old. I got inspired from early hip hop, from Biggie to Tupac to Wu Tang, you name it, the greats, the legends. Listening to that type of music inspired me to go on my own path and start writing and start making beats. I was in love with the beats. I mean, they drew me in so much that I created like a very emotional connection. I wanted to do that to other people. I wanted to connect with them through music. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I invested my whole, I guess, childhood more or less into this craft, into this passion in order for me to manifest the things that I want to create now. So that's pretty much where we're at now. I'm making music with you guys, Peace of Mind. That's a pretty cool thing that we're doing right now. Be on the lookout for that. The Multiverse album coming soon. That's what we're working on right now. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it on to xcal. That's a little short introduction from me, but yep.
I just want to say shout out to my boys over at Peace of Mind. This is your boy xcal. We're live on the scene, Miami, Florida. I love my city, first and foremost. Second and foremost, love working with you guys. It's been a hell of a ride. I'm born from a different cloth, so compared to these guys, I'm a rookie in the game. I want to say I was always transpired by music ever since I was a jit, or I would say as a kid. But you know, I had tidbits of guidances here and there. Like my cousins, they wanted me to shoot a freestyle, or my friends wanted to shoot a freestyle for me. Um, yeah, I was gonna say that because I feel like I had to, but I really didn't start letting music like manifest until probably like 2 years ago. My boy d.tech over here kind of really like instilled that into me, just to even give it a try. Anything is possible. That's something that he always stood by. I kind of stand by that same statement. And if you plant that seed and you nourish it well, it'll grow. So this is where I'm at. I'm 2 years in it. It's kind of another thing I want to also point out. I just want to say, don't be afraid of what you're about to get into, because I feel it at this point, 2 years being in, because trying to do this musician shit is pretty different compared to these guys. I'm a rookie in the game. I've been doing this for about a good 2 years. Music always have been transpired, you say, ever since I was a jit or a kid, you would say, and I would have little stepping stones of my family trying to get me involved with music. Oh, shoot me a freestyle, shoot me a freestyle. But I was never like fond of freestyles. But I always had that intention of wanting to rap. So here I am now. You know, 2020. Really letting this music manifest within myself, because of these guys. Definitely a good shout out to my boy d.tech for actually making this happen, and he kind of like instilled me to just even give it a try if it was anything else. So one thing he also mentioned that kind of also manifested with me was that anything is possible, and if you would put your mind to it, you plant that seed and nurture it well, it'll grow regardless. So I'm gonna pass it on to my boy, and we gonna get this thing cracking. Let's go.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about Off the Dome and City of Angels. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to start off with one or the other. I mean, Off the Dome, that's like the most recent. All right, all right, yeah, yeah. You can talk about that.
I don't think it's ever too early at this point, especially to the events of what transpired with Breonna Taylor. And I'm very sorry that we received no justice upon that issue. So, City of Angels really kind of like popped in my head the day of the happening of George Floyd, because I feel like that was a big deal to like the fact that it's still going now more than we're seeing it manifest more than ever. It's concerning on how they view Black America, for people of myself. Like I always got to walk around with a chip over my shoulder because I know I'm not safe at any given time. For instance, I lived here in the heart of, well, not the heart of Coral Gables, but the outskirts of Coral Gables, and where the community is beautiful. The people here are nice. You're gonna have some bad apples here and there that you try to pluck off, but they're still there too. But when it comes to this justice system, man, it's kind of awkward that I get treated one way and another person gets treated a different way. So that always rings bells in my eyes, man, when it comes to seeing other events happen right in front of us. And we're helpless. We can't do anything about it. And we need support. And they know we need support. So the only support we have is to just trust ourselves. But even that's hard because you can't believe everything you see on TV. But for this issue, City of Angels, I just wanted to say that um, it was just something I really had to get off my chest. And I'm glad that you were actually featured on it because you feel, probably the same way I feel. But, again, man, I really had to get that. I was stressed out. I just had to say something at that point in time. Nobody wasn't really saying anything. So I felt like I was like, all right, let me step in and take this opportunity to do so.
Yeah, man, I have to second that. Like, I feel like as musicians, sometimes like we look at the world that we live in, and it's like we gotta be that beacon of hope. We gotta say something. That maybe the a large majority of other people feel. And with the social justice or really injustices that are going on, it's more prevalent now because of social media, right? But you really think about it, like if it wasn't for Twitter or Facebook, all these viral videos, I mean, it just wouldn't get talked about, and it really would, man. And it's something that's been going on for a while, but finally, I guess now it's more of a topic of conversation. I want to say like the whole Black Lives Matter really thing started in Ferguson, a couple years ago, and it's insane how it's gone global now. Uh, you know, some people may have gripes about the Marxist side of the way that BLM thinks, uh, but at least if you have any kind of conscience, you agree with the sentiment that Black Lives Matter. That no other lives matter. Unless we Black Lives Matter. So the sentiment that all lives matter is cute and everything, but that's not what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as an artist as well, I had to just really look at the world around me, and I had to say something, because I feel like I said, as musicians, it's our position sometimes to do that. Some artists may feel they don't want to get they want to be politically correct. They don't want to put themselves out there too much. But at least in our position as Peace of Mind, what we believe in, we had to do something. And Derek, if you want to talk about that production that you put on that song, I mean, you just you put the greatest vibe that you could have in that song.
Oh, thank you for that. I think that was very nice of you, Voice of G. I just thought I wanted to try something different, and I'm always sampling new stuff, something that I never tried before. And I decided to try like a very Muslim prayer. It's very unorthodox, but also it has a certain vibe to it, right? Like a realm of hope. Like when people pray, there's actually some they're hoping that something could be better, and I thought it kind of fit the vibe, right? That in the current times we were dealing with, everybody's going through this struggle inside, struggle with the media, struggle with the police. There's a battle everywhere. So I think that what we did with City of Angels is really translate that message of what's going on with society and still putting our own flavor to it to express how we feel about it. You know what I mean? I think most importantly that we can do great things if we just come together. We don't really necessarily have to be separated by just race. For sure, Black Lives Matter. For sure, they've been oppressed for like a very long time. Police have never been at bay. There's always been a problem with the police getting out of control, and I think finally it's come to a point that people just had enough of it. We've dealt with this throughout history, and now it's like I feel like it's coming to a somewhat of a balance, but things are still struggling. But besides the point, if you guys haven't heard City of Angels, I think you should check it out. It speaks upon Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, everybody who really suffered through the police brutality. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, we can I guess move on now to Off the Dome, um, which is that honestly between the vision and energy, like all the other music videos that I've been a part of, the City of Angels. This is definitely the most fun that I've had with Off the Dome. Like I feel like we gave ourselves the freedom to express ourselves in different ways. Like um, from the the torture scene that my friend Joshua, if you're watching, thank you for that. That was cool. That was dope. Got to drench him with some fake gasoline. The smoke bombs and stuff, we had that out there. And then the location, d.tech, like you found the location, and it was just perfect spot with like graffiti and a real, I guess, expression of what hip hop is. If you want to talk, do you have like a little story or something how you found that place, or I don't know.
All right. Well, I really wanted to get like a very graffiti background again, but of course I didn't want to reuse some of places in Wynwood I already visited already. So I was really digging around, and the internet has a whole bunch of things you can find, especially in Miami itself. It's a big place. So I started thinking about like a very abandoned places I could use, like from places maybe under construction or places that were under construction but the project just abandoned or anything of that sort. And then for some reason I was just thinking of my area, Coral Gables, and I wanted to pick some type of, let's say, reserve or wildlife that was accessible. It wasn't like too far out, but something you got potentially hike if you wanted to. So I found this place, which I think would represent some of what I was trying to envision for us, which is a little hip hop background with the graffiti. Is very, I guess, homey too, like the way everything is, the art spread out. It's a little, I guess you want to say, a big mural of everybody's artwork together. And I thought that was something that I wanted to also represent, not just myself through my art, but also showcase what other people have created. You know what I mean? And I think that just kind of represented what I want to do with the view for Off the Dome.
Anything you want to say on that? I know you had a lot of fun with that one too, with the Super Saiyan and all that.
Yeah. So first off, let me start by saying, yeah, it was definitely a fun track. I mean, every time I feel like, first and foremost, it was just a better experience overall because it was something new for us to do and achieve at the same time, something to inspire ourselves with. So yeah, that was quite an experience, man. I loved the location. It was very like off the grid, I would say too. Um, we stumbled across some bonfire on the way too, because we had a little mini adventure before we even found the place. But it was fun. It was all in good time, man. Never a dull moment. We strayed off here and there, but overall the experience was, it was an eye. But Once we found the spot, the location had a very little grungy vibe to it. Different paints from the local community. I thought that was pretty fire. Everybody had like their own substance or meaning behind it. Um, so it really gave off a hood vibe, and I guess we all wanted to, somewhere, sometime make a hood track because, I'm from Miami, man. All we play is hood shit. So I just wanted to point out for my local Miami rappers, man, we support y'all. We listen to y'all shit. We hear y'all out. And, hopefully you'll do the same for us, man. I thought this was a hot track. You know, it's my shit. I'm be confident with my shit anyway. But as a whole, it was still good. And it's, I think it's good on the ears as well. So, overall, I really had a good time doing this. And hope you guys understand our expressions that we're trying to make and maybe, resonate in your lives that, you can have fun doing this shit too.
I think that's exactly the point. Like, we this is something that we have fun doing, and we think it's important when it comes to social justice with the City of Angels. When it's time to have a just a good time and kind of disconnect from everything, we got a song like Off the Dome, and I think that's what this album Multiverse is gonna bring. Just different, something different, and it's each song has its own vibe, has its own meaning. Each song was like specially crafted. We all took our time with it and we made it our own. So it's like I feel like with the next few videos or projects or songs, it's our own, and I think that's the greatest part of this whole Peace of Mind experience. So you guys have any last words before we wrap this thing up? You're good. You say what you got to say. All right. All right, guys. So there you go. This was Voice Visions here, introducing. This is Peace of Mind, introducing ourselves. Big shout out to Nacho. Anybody else you guys want to shout out to? Prone. Anybody else?
Shout out to my brother.
Hey, shout out to his brother.
So look, I'll hold the mic for a while. I think I have some honorable moments, I would say. So, like again, shout out to all the Miami local rapper scene, man. I understand. Understand y'all struggle. I understand what y'all going through. I respect the hustle. So shout out to y'all. Keep your head up. Keep doing this shit. Independently. I know it's tough, but when the tough gigs are going, we just go harder. So shout out to us, man. I hope this works out for us. I feel like we can go far with this shit, and don't let anything stop us from doing so. Shout out to that boy Nacho, man. He's trying to do a different vibe in the game. Everybody may not like it. It's unconventional. I like it personally, and I felt like y'all should just give him a shot on his just again, give it a try, give it a listen. That's all it takes. And hopefully, the vibe is different with y'all. Any last words? I think that's pretty much sums it up.
All right, guys. So I'll keep you guys updated on my Instagram, on YouTube, on all platforms. We'll just keep creating content, and yeah, check out that Off the Dome video. It's the latest thing we have out right now, and you guys have a blessed day.